I had a moment of, I don't know if it was cognitive dissonance or not, and I know you're not in love with my objectification of women, but I have to, as my sense of humor, and I have to because I actually think it. But allow me to say, I guess as least piggishly as possible for your benefit, Demi Moore is still a very attractive woman, and I think we're about the same age. Um, I got to look it up again. She might be maybe a little bit older. I'll look it up real quick. But Demi Moore in this movie and just in life in general, in the year of our Lord 2024, is an exceedingly attractive woman. Not a darn thing wrong with her, other than she is afflicted with the same disease we all are, age. And I'll talk about the plot of the movie in a minute, but they treat her like she's Mad Madam Mim, and I know that's the text of the movie. That's what the movie is trying to talk about. I think Demi Moore is an exceedingly good actress. She has a long storied history. She's done some really amazing films, done some stinkers, but don't we all? But I mean, Demi Moore is one of the legends of the industry, and she deserves all the credits that she gets. Um, and so I'm glad she got this gig. She's great in this, and she deserves to be in good movies.
This
I'm
is
just
maybe
thinking if the story you're telling is this woman crossed a threshold in our society where we start telling women they have no value because they aren't pretty anymore, and you went with Demi Moore, like there are other actresses you could have gone with that I would have accepted that. I don't accept Demi Moore as that.
there's a lot of them who probably wouldn't have liked the implication.
Fair. They would have liked them. They would have liked the job though.
Maybe. Sort of depends. I mean, okay, just to go down this rabbit hole very briefly. I'll
Mm-hmm.
follow this rabbit trail with you, okay?
Okay.
Who do you think would have been an appropriate in your casting of this? Again, we're not talking like how this would have changed the movie, but to
Mm-hmm.
make the point that the movie is making,
Mm-hmm.
who do you, Mark Radulich, cast?
See, you got me thinking. And the first thing that came to my head is Charlize Theron, but not just because Charlize Theron is not pretty, and some might say she's prettier than Demi Moore. But I was thinking about Charlize Theron in Monster. They
Okay.
really uglied her up.
Where they made her look like the real person she's playing in that, yes.
uh, tomato. Um, and I was thinking maybe that should have been the tact here. Is that if you want Demi Moore, get Demi Moore. I certainly want her to have good films to do. But then maybe lean a little more into what age unfortunately does to us all instead of letting her exist in her natural beautiful form to where I'm questioning what we did here.
Well, let me make the obvious counter argument that I think the filmmaker would make.
Mm-hmm.
The point is that the world is so far gone down that rabbit hole that even someone who looks like Demi Moore winds up cast aside.
I think it's a valid point. um I'm not going to say it doesn't work in the film. I was before, and I'm going to now gush about this movie. So I don't want to hammer this one point home, which at this point is kind of irrelevant. She's in the movie. We're about to talk about it. So I think the point that you're making is valid. That if the point of the movie is, you know, we see no value in women past a certain age, no matter how pretty they are. The age is the thing. Okay, I think, and maybe it's the little kid in me who saw Demi Moore growing up, going, I refuse to accept her as anything but gorgeous, and maybe that's what
You,
this is.
my friend, I watched that Fred character show up briefly, and I went, "Oh, it's kind of Mark."
Okay.
I don't mean that unkindly either. Like, oh, you do remind me a little because look, man, we've done. What was the other movie that we did? No, it was Ash vs. Evil Dead when we said, man, this version of Ash Williams is kind of your spirit animal.
Right. Right.
Figured I'd find one that's a bit more positive.
All right. So she was born in 1962. So she's 62. Okay, we are not quite the same age. Yeah. However,
She is actually younger than my mother.
um, but I'm now keying into why she she plays an important part in my not my upbringing, but my
Okay,
development.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You
her
were the
her years active were started in 1981. I am 5 in 1981.
okay, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you are just the right age for all those trailers for striptease to have indelibly lodged into your brain.
You know what? Let's play this game for a moment. Let's see here. So I am 8 when Blame It on Rio. Uh, when I see Blame It on Rio because I have poor parenting. Um, and she's in that though she's not hotsy totsy naked though she is running around in a bikini.
It's Rio. Everyone's running around in something.
Yeah, so I get to see at 8 years old I get to see Demi Moore running around in a bikini, a very young Demi Moore.
Almost not quite Fast Times at Ridgemont High level of indelible, but it's
Right.
close.
In 1986 I saw her in One Crazy Summer, where she's not necessarily hotsy totsy, but she's there and I saw it. 1990 she's in Ghost. So in 1990 I think I am 14.
Yeah, but Ghost is pure romance in
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
just
of
looking at
respects.
things I would have seen.
Yeah.
Skipping to what you said, Striptease that comes out in 1996, and by then I'm midway through college.
Okay, so maybe you're. It still would have been the right. That's the right kind of movie to have hit you, but yeah, you were a little bit old for watching the trailers for that on network television and having your jaw drop to the ground.
I do remember that and thinking, Demi Moore is an attractive, well put together woman. Um, but yeah, she's not like when I'm like a little kid. Other than Blame It on Rio and One Crazy Summer, yeah, the next thing was Ghost, and then unfortunately there was Nothing But Trouble, and no one should talk about that movie. 1992 again. I'm midway through high school, and she's in A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
Um,
Bacon, Jack Nicholson,
yeah,
Kevin Pollak.
1993.
A
I
lot
am
of people in that.
aware of, but never saw Indecent Proposal.
That's the one that would have got for a lot of people because
Yeah,
that remake is. I think it's a remake at least. Because that's her, Robert Redford, and Woody Harrelson, if memory
yeah,
serves.
yeah. So all right. So I'm just saying, like, I want to say seeing her in Blame It on Rio, and then One Crazy Summer, and then Ghost, and then and by that point now I'm in high school. But I'll tell you what though, it's college and beyond is where I really started to pay a lot of attention to her because she's in movies I really like.